Hi, I'm John Grant, Lighting Solutions Engineer for WPGA Americas. The advent of chip-on-board LEDs has enabled luminaire manufacturers in three key areas: outstanding lumen packages, ease of design, and manufacturing. This video will take you through the assembly details of a chip-on-board solution featuring Cree's CXA 25 series LEDs and holder solutions from Ideal Industries. Okay, now we're going to assemble our heatsink and CXA solution. We'll start out with the heatsink. The first step is to clean the surface of the heatsink. We'll do this with some rubbing alcohol just to make sure there's no residue on the surface that could affect the thermal interface material over the course of time during the life of the fixture. So starting out with the heatsink, we'll apply the screws just into the top a few turns, and that'll position us to put on the holder later in the assembly process. We just did a few turns there. Now with the holder, this is a holder from Ideal Industries. We're going to take one of the CXA 25 parts. Now I'm handling this part with blue nitrile gloves just to make sure there's nothing from my fingers getting on the part. If you look carefully at the part, there's a plus sign on the array which indicates the anode side of the array, and there's a corresponding plus sign on the holder. So aligning those two together, we place the part into the holder and then push down to clip the holder clip the part into the holder. So now we've retained the part in the holder with this tension bar at the bottom and the three corresponding corners. Next step is to apply the thermal interface material. This is a piece of 3M 5590H which is pre-cut to the size of the Cree CXA array. Placing this, just line it up. This is the tacky side that's going down on the part, and line up with the edges as best we can. And just apply a little bit of pressure to smooth it out. Make sure it's on the back of the part. Now we're going to put the part onto the heatsink. So we bring the part over the heatsink. First, put the part through the screw heads, or put the screw heads through the part. And before pressing down, rotate clockwise to make contact with the end of the keyway and then push down. Now while I'm applying finger pressure, I'm going to go ahead and screw the screws down just to where they make contact with the surface of the holder. And having done that, I want to take a look and make sure there's no misalignments, make sure everything is fitted well. And then at that point, I'll go ahead and torque these down. These go down, you want to torque it down so that you're just making contact, or about a ½ millimeter off the surface of the heatsink. Now the official torque ratings are offered by Ideal. If you have a torque wrench, those numbers would be 2.5 to 4.5 inch-pounds or 0.3 to 0.5 Newton meters. Now that we've assembled the unit, we're ready to test it out. So I'll come over here and bring my red lead up to the positive connector. This is a push-in type connector. So I push just in the base of that hole, give it a push, and then the connector retains the wire. Likewise, the same option, same activity with the red side. We'll push in with the black side. Push in, we've made contact, and now I'll apply power to the part. You can see it makes quite a bit of light. So everything seems to be working correctly, and we've completed the assembly of our Cree CXA part.